Picture this: Eden Park, the roar of 40,000 fans, Tonga locked in a brutal Pacific Championships showdown with New Zealand. Eli Katoa, the Melbourne Storm powerhouse, just a warm-up drill away from glory. Then, crack, his head smashes into teammate Lehigh Hopoate's skull in a freak collision. He crumples, eyes glazing over, body limp on the turf. Trainers swarm, hearts pounding. Is he breathing? The crowd hushes. Minutes tick by in agonizing silence. He stirs, somehow passes checks, straps on his boots. But wait, that's just the spark. 90 minutes later, on the sideline, his world explodes into chaos. Seizures rip through him like lightning, oxygen mask clamped down as he's stretchered off, fighting for every breath. Doctors later confirm the nightmare: brain bleed, emergency scalpel work under harsh lights. Successful surgery, they say. Yet here we are, weeks on, and Eli's not just recovering, he's vanished from the game for an entire year. What the hell went wrong? This isn't a comeback story yet, it's a gut-wrenching warning shot to every warrior on the field. The descent started innocent enough, or so it seemed, in that pre-game haze under Auckland's floodlights. Eli, 25 and built like a Tongan fortress, eyes the Kiwis with fire. He's the enforcer, the try-scoring beast who dragged Storm to grand final dreams just months prior. That warm-up hit? It echoed like thunder, his helmet cracking against Hopoate's in a tangle of limbs and ambition. He hit the deck hard, vision blurring, the world tilting sideways. Medical staff rush in, heads together, whispering protocols. Head injury assessment. Itche, the sacred shield against the invisible killer. Eli blinks through the fog, answers questions, stands wobbly. Green light. He trots back, adrenaline masking the alarm bells. First half kicks off, and bam, another blow, an elbow slicing across his temple from a Kiwi defender. Blood trickles from a gash on his cheek, but he powers through, passing the mandatory Itche like a ghost evading capture. Teammates slap his back, coach nods approval. Tonga's down, but Eli's the glue, the unbreakable spirit forged in Melbourne's mean streets and Tongan family fires. Third hit lands like destiny's cruel joke, a high tackle that snaps his neck back. He staggers to the bench, chest heaving, the game's roar fading to a distant hum. Then the surprise that stops hearts. His body betrays him. Convulsions seize control, limbs flailing, eyes rolling back. Sideline erupts in panic, oxygen, stretcher, sirens wailing into the night. Eden Park, birthplace of legends, now witness to a potential tragedy. Eli's carted away, the scoreline irrelevant, as Tonga fights on without their heart. Deep in Auckland's sterile ICU, the real battle unfolds, far from the glory of green fields. Surgeons slice in under the knife's glow, relieving pressure from a bleed that swelled his brain like a storm cloud ready to burst. Hours stretch into eternity for Eli's partner and mother, huddled in a waiting room that smells of antiseptic and fear. Successful, they call it, the bleed staunched, swelling tamed. But success in surgery isn't victory, it's survival's fragile foothold. Eli wakes groggy, tubes snaking from arms, monitors beeping a mechanical lullaby. Weeks blur, tests, scans, neurospecialists poking at shadows in his mind. Was it cumulative? Those 3 hits stacking like dominoes, each one chipping away at resilience built over years of NRL grind? Tonga's camp erupts in questions. Why clear him after the warm-up? Coach Christian Wolf stays glued, refusing to fly home until Eli's eyes clear. The Rugby League Players Association circles, demanding answers, while NRL suits pore over footage, protocols under the microscope. Eli, ever the fighter, whispers dreams of return, but doctors shake heads. No training this preseason. Number 2026 season. The words land like a sledgehammer, stealing breath from a man who lives for the charge. Homeward bound at last, Melbourne skyline a bittersweet welcome. Eli steps off the plane flanked by Storm faithful. Frank Panissai, the football manager, grips his shoulder. Dr. Jason Chan scans for cracks. Released from hospital, he's home, but isolation bites. No weights clanging, no sprints on dew-kissed grass. Just quiet rooms, physio sessions, and the gnawing what-ifs. This isn't the hero's arc we scripted, it's the raw underbelly, where triumph teases but terror lingers. The ripple crashes hardest in Melbourne, where Storm Nation holds its collective breath, banners half-furled from last year's grand final charge. Eli Katoa wasn't just a player, he was the pulse, the 100-kilo missile who terrorized defenses with offloads that defied physics and tries that ignited souls. Now, the locker room echoes hollow without his laugh, his Tongan fire warming the chill of uncertainty. Justin Rodsky, the unflinching CO, steps to the mic, Eli's health first, always. The family rallies, teammates text memes, coaches plot contingencies, but beneath it, fury simmers. Sean Johnson, Kiwi legend turned voice of reason, doesn't hold back, angry he spits at a system that let a warrior walk into the storm blind. How does a man lose consciousness pre-game and suit up? Protocols praised as gold standard suddenly tarnish, HIA's green light flickering like a faulty bulb. Tonga's camp fractures under scrutiny, Hopo 8 haunted by that accidental clash, Wolf defending his calls while vowing change. Broader waves hit the NRL, concussion specter, long whispered, now screams. Players' union pushes for reform, ex-grunts like Monty Betham labeling it the year's darkest hour. Sponsors pause, fans flood socials with hashtag #ProtectOurPlayers, turning grief to galvanizing cry. For Eli, the man, it's personal apocalypse, dreams of state of origin nods, Tongan triumphs, Storm premierships, all paused, pixels on a distant screen. Yet in quiet moments, fire flickers. He's young, resilient, surrounded by love that spans oceans. Recovery's path? A marathon in shadows, neurochecks mapping neural minefields. One day at a time, he rebuilds, not with boots on turf, but will against void. The game's gladiators watch, mirrors held up. Is this the cost of courage, or call to evolve? As the dust settles on this seismic shock, the narrative twists toward tomorrow's fragile hope. But let's not sugarcoat, Eli's saga exposes the sport's savage undercurrent, where passion collides with peril in a dance too often deadly. Rugby league, born in coal-dusted northern England, thrived on toughness, mateship, the thrill of bone-on-bone. But evolution demands reckoning. 3 hits, 3 clearances, 1 brain under siege. The NRL's probe looms, findings a potential thunderclap that could rewrite rulebooks, tighten HIAs, mandate longer sidelines for shadows of doubt. Tonga, proud warriors of the Pacific, grapples with legacy, their Mateel star sidelined, a nation's pride bruised but unbroken. Melbourne Storm, perennial contenders, now I-2026 without their enforcer, reshuffling decks in a league where depth is king and vulnerability, kryptonite. Eli's inner circle, partner whispering encouragements, mother cooking family feasts, becomes fortress, fortifying a soul adrift. Whispers of rehab centers surface, specialists charting comebacks like cartographers of chaos. Will he lace up in 2027? Smash subscribe now, all sports updates. Raw truths, no filters, every twist delivered hot.